Hi, my ninjas. What's up? How you doing? Yeah, this is Musical Prof, also known as Shades of 711, also known as Ramar K. Leach, also known as Ramar R. Swagmaster Leach, also known as Realist Minded on Twitter. Anyway, all of my aliases. There you go. Okay, so I'm here right now to actually talk about a video that I was supposed to create because of being a part of the Final Four of Battle of the Beast XTE. Yay! I actually made it to Final Four for the first time in Battle of the Beast history of myself and my journey through Battle of the Beast. I will be getting into that pretty soon. First off, number one, I want to say thanks to the Most High, Yahuwah, for giving me the ability to create music and produce gems that people enjoy. Number one, all esteem and praises go to him. I wouldn't be doing this without him. Two, thanks to Aces Galvin for allowing this to actually happen, for actually facilitating this tournament for the 10th time. This is actually his 10th iteration of Battle of the Beats, which is the reason for the X. Roman numerals. Most of you guys don't know Roman. Anyway, like I was saying, thanks Aces for allowing this to happen. 3, thank you Jarvis Edmund Carter, also known as Gamers Paradise, also known as Tekken Tag Battle. Thank you for sponsoring this and allowing for a cash prize to actually happen for the first time. Yeah, for a $5 entry fee, it's pretty nice that I've already been paid $75. Pretty good. And that's because of winning a round and also getting round MVP and also winning another round. So yeah, there you go. $75 for a $5 entry fee. It's definitely real, and I have the proof to prove it for all of you doubters. Let's move on. Okay, so basically I'm here to actually give like a backdrop of, who I am. So, starting off, let me put it this way. I've been in music for basically my entire life, as far as like it goes with just playing it. I started playing drums at 3, and I was playing drums at church, for the first time at 3 years old. And, I was so small that it was kind of hard for them to see me. It was kind of hard for me to reach the pedals, of course, but they heard me. And apparently I was really good. So, there you go. Flash forward to like high school, I joined the drum line. I was captain of the drum line, lead snare. Woohoo, yay. I'm not trying to be braggadocious or anything, just giving what I've gone through. Captain of the drum line. Yeah, I have probably a good history as far as drums go. I'm learning piano and I'm learning bass guitar as we speak at the moment. I actually started producing music my freshman year in college, which was in 2007. Why am I saying so much? Oh my gosh, if this was don't say or pause for a long time, I would lose horribly. Okay, so I started producing music my freshman year in college. I started off on a MacBook, a little small MacBook, which was actually, believe it or not, which was the Bernie Mac. Remember the black MacBooks that they had? I wish they would bring those back because I really, really enjoyed the color scheme that they had for that. But I guess they felt like it was a racial thing. Anyway, that's another video, or just another conversation completely. I'm not going to even try to get into that. Anyway, it was on a black MacBook. I started using GarageBand. I started off using Apple Loops. First track I ever made was like a rave mix. Go figure. It was like 6 minutes long. Believe it or not, I said again. I let my friend DJ Karyu, also known as Khalil Shabazz, who I've known from high school. Me and this dude go way back. Actually, I've known this dude since 8th grade, which was in 2003. So 10 years. I've known this guy for a long time. I let him hear it, and he liked it. He enjoyed it. Sweet. So freshman year, started off GarageBand. Eventually, I moved up to Logic Pro. Started off with Logic Pro 8. My sophomore year of college, and basically continued from there. Joined my first Battle of the Beats my sophomore year, I believe, after Khalil told me about it. I wasn't able to really participate because of time constraints, I've actually been in 5 Battle of the Beats. Most people don't know this, but I've been in 5. Well, I've been signed up for 5. I've only participated in 3 because I've only entered entries into 3. There you go. So first 2 I couldn't really put an entry out because I didn't have time constraints, school, other obligations that I needed to take care of. There you go. First entry I entered was Soothing Hype, which was in Battle of the Beats TE. Wait, was it TE? Yes, it was TE. The very first one. I made it past the first round with Soothing Hype. Made Let Go the second round. Cody Kicks got me. I want a rematch, by the way, Cody Kicks. Yeah, me and you got to go at it again, because, yeah. Was a judge for Battle of the Beast TE2. And that, we all know how that went. Not going to even go into the backdrop of story of that. Battle of the Beast TE3, I decided to resurface as far as like a producer goes, production and music. And I made Soothing Hype 2. And was actually a favorite of the judge of that round, one of the judges of that round, which was Heat Flare, by the way. He also is one of the biggest. That's the extra part. Anyway, I made Soothing Hype 2. Got to the second round. Did Sharp Eyes Redux as an entry, and I lost to DJ Fusion T. I won't lie, I'm a bit salty about that loss because I understand why, but I don't get why. Okay, so in other words, I want a rematch. I'm not going to be mad. I could take the L, but I want a rematch. So DJ Fusion T, yes, I'm calling you out once I get a chance. Once we get a chance, we should go at it again. Let's see. Oh, now I'm here. Battle of the Beast XTE. And the first time I made it to top 16. First time I made it to top 8. And the first time I made it to Final 4. So I'm actually kind of glad that I've grown so much. And I feel the growth, even though I'm still a beginner. And yes, I say that I'm a beginner because it's true. I'm a beginner at this music thing because there's still so much that I have to learn. That's the only reason why I say I'm a beginner. So you don't think so, but I feel like I'm a beginner because there's still a long journey ahead. I've only grasped the surface of the journey. I'm still at the very beginning. So yes, I'm a beginner. I will never really get to the point where I can say I'm a master because there's always going to be something more that I can learn. That's how I feel about it. That clears all that up. Hopefully, there you go. Part 2. I don't consider myself a beat maker. This isn't to be arrogant or anything, but I just don't consider the tracks I make to be beats. I actually consider them to be, shall I say, glasses into my soul. When you listen to my music, you're listening to what's coming from me. You're listening to my personal inner being. You're listening to my reflections. So, I don't know if you want to say those are beats, but I don't consider them to be beats. They're more than beats. They're keys to my soul. That's deep. That's something not a lot of people will actually allow others to have access to, and I'm giving people access to that. I'm giving people access to the gift and the inner being that the Father, the Most High Yahuwah, has placed into me, and I just want to share that with everyone. So for them to be considered beats is a bit insulting to not only myself but to him, because he's the one who gave it to me. There you go. So I would consider myself to be a musician, by the way, and I consider all people who make music to be musicians. And I'm just leave it at that. Music to me means a lot. It means literally, it can honestly mean an escape from this reality. It means a means to get to a higher plateau, a different plane. It actually can be a career, and I actually want it to be a career for me. I actually want to be a film composer. I want to make music. I want to score music for film, for games, for TV, commercials, etc., jingles and stuff. And I also want to be a studio musician, play drums, play piano, play bass. I want to do all these things. So really, in other words, the grind is on me now. I'm the one who has to grind for this stuff, and this is what I want to do. So that's what it means to me. There you go. And then third, rundown of my style. I wouldn't really consider it a style. It's just an expression. It's an expression of who I am. Most people say it's smooth. Most people say it's real chill. The feels. They feel it. And that's basically what I want. I want people to feel it. I don't want people to just listen and be like, yeah, that's tight. I want people to be like, wow, dog, I felt that. That's my style. My style is feeling. And the one other person that I can say does that is Aces. Like, he is able to evoke so much emotion into his music. Shout outs to him, because he's also one of my inspirations. He's able to evoke so much emotion to his music that people feel it. By the way, I have all Dude's albums. You know, I'm not riding him or anything like that, but I have gotten every one of his albums, and I enjoy each one of them because they all offer something different. And I feel like all of my inspirations offer something different. Rundown, DJ Karyu, number 1. Heat Flare, number 2. Aces Galvin, Negro Saki, Kilo the Hybrid, Yagma Murdoch, Artonia Setsuna, who's also a big supporter and a big, like, dude is like a big brother to me, like, flat out, hands down, leave it at that. TWE Shell Soccer, one of the people that I'm working with right now, John Kelly Piano. You guys don't know him, but I work with him, and yeah, you guys will be hearing stuff from him soon. People outside of the community, Ferris Evans Jr., DeJuan Watson, who's an awesome percussionist. I don't say he's a drummer, he's a percussionist. More people inside the community, Mario Allen, Ken, Cody Kicks. If I skip over people, charge to my head, because it's hard to just give out all of my inspirations. I'm inspired by so many people and what they do. Maxi the Man, when I first heard your music, I literally had Blanca's theme on repeat for just days, flat out, not kidding. Chris Daddy Dave, most people know him. Robert Glasper, another person a lot of people don't even really think about, but Robert Glasper is one of my inspirations as well. Actually, in one of my tracks, I actually did something that Robert Glasper is prone to do a lot. It's actually in Let Go. If you guys go back and listen to it and hear the little bridge section, it's something that Robert Glasper does with the chordal progression that inspired me to do that in that track. So there you go. That's my inspiration. So many inspirations that I have. It's hard to give all of them, but the main ones would definitely have to be DJ Karyu, Heat Flare, Aces Galvin, Negro Saki, Artonia Setsuna, TWE Shell Shocker, Virix definitely, Yagma for sure, Devon Thompson, oh my gosh, how can I forget about him, and Kilo the Hybrid. Just for right now. There's more, a lot more, I will say that. Another one of my biggest inspirations, not inside the community, Jay Dilla, Pete Rock. There you go. I don't think anything else needs to be said about those two. I'm also inspired by Evil Needle. This is one of my tracks in the background, actually. If you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can. Anyway, aside from all of that, there you go. Those are my inspirations. And yes, after all of this very long talk about my music history course of myself, of MusicalProf, yeah, you guys just learned something new. Sweet. I know most of you guys are like, oh yes, I finally figured out how to beat this guy. Okay, alright. I mean, shoot, I'm not trying to win. Honestly, here's my deal. The state that I'm at right now in this competition, I don't care about winning or losing. I really just care about people hearing, listening, and feeling, and seeing what's going on with me. Like, I just want people to feel what I feel and hear what I hear. Aces, you say I be cooking, man. I appreciate the compliment. I don't know what to say to that. That's mad love, and all I can do is just accept it and just be like, man, I appreciate it. You be cooking too, though, bro. Like, for real, you be cooking. Okay, all right, I'm done. So, almost 15 minutes. Wow, why do I talk so long? Anybody understand that? Anyway, so yeah, this is something I was supposed to do for Battle of the Beast XTE. Gamers Paradise asked for it. Here you go. Story of MusicalProf, as far as music goes. Oh, one quick tidbit. Most people don't know how to get the name MusicalProf. 15 seconds. Okay, so MusicalProf actually came as a combination of music musical and professor. I got the name professor when I was in 5th grade, actually younger than that, when my coach would call me professor because I was acting, well, not acting, but I was smart. I was an intelligent kid, and I just had this great, I don't know, I wouldn't even say it great, but I just had this image of him. He had this image of me as being a professor, you know. He just called me, you know, because I had glasses. I guess it was kind of like a joke in the same sense, but it was also kind of paying homage to the fact that he saw me as an intelligent person, and, you know, so he just called me professor. So I was like, you know, what if I took musical and then just took the first part of prof and just put it together? And that's why I came up with musical prof. Not to say that I'm a musical genius or anything like that, but I found the name to be pretty unique, you know, just something unique, something different, something out there, I guess, if you want to say that. So yeah, that was longer than the 15-second spiel. It was more like 45, 50, and it's getting longer. Oh my gosh, this video is getting to 16 minutes. Okay, so there you go. The Story of MusicalProf. 3, 2, 1, peace.